another story that is, of course, of great concern, and this is KwaZulu-Natal, where the government is evaluating the damage caused by heavy rains across parts of the province this week. Disaster management teams remaining on high alert with concerns raised about the increased number of road crashes due to persistent rain. Let's speak to Ndabezinhle Sibiya, who is the KwaZulu-Natal's Transport and Human Settlements MEC spokesperson. Ndabezinhle, good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So let's just start with, just how the weather has also impacted what you've been seeing on the roads.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. The MEC for Transport and Human Settlements, Duma, he's receiving reports from both the heads of departments, from Siboniso Bele, the head of Department of Transport, indicating, that look, the crashes are really increasing on our roads purely because of the heavy rainfall that we've been experiencing. If you look at the past 2 to 3 days, and we've been, reflecting on the past, indicating that look, sometime in 2024, we experienced a cut-off low in the Midlands that resulted in a snowfall of above 30 centimeters. And once again, we're experiencing, a cut-off low that is generating, rainfall. And we talk here about, 150, millimeters of water of rainfall as predicted by SA, weather services. You look at, Van Riebeeck, that's the area which MEC Sponsor Duma categorized as high-risk area. We had, a crash a couple of days ago involving a truck as well as a taxi. Sadly, 17 people died in that crash. Fortunately, last night we were able to locate the mother, the family of a 1-year-old, baby girl that survived. We call her, a miracle baby. And, we are also very sad that when we were transiting from 2024 to 2025, on the 31st of December, we were celebrating, a decrease of about 5% in terms of road fatalities. But because of, the rainfall, we are no longer talking that, language. We are now talking about an increase in terms of the road fatalities in various parts of, the province. But the question that you asked, as you look at, our history, when the MEC Sponsor Duma was interacting with the HODs as well as senior management, in his first meeting, he asked, both departments to prepare a comprehensive plan in response to the cut-off lows. That is why when you look at, our infrastructure, 58 million was set aside, for planning as well as design of our road infrastructure and bridges. You look at the new bridge that has just been constructed in Kwamashu that was destroyed by floods in 2022. We've got drainage culverts there that are really directing water to ensure that our roads are not really destroyed by the heavy rainfall. But if you look at the human settlements, we have houses that have been destroyed. You go to Ward 31 in Umhlatuze, they've got reports of houses that have been destroyed. Abakulusi, about 24 families that are living in low-lying areas there, they need to be moved. Fortunately, the MEC mandated the head of the department, Manzini, to go there and meet with the leadership in that municipality. That is why we are able now to say there are families that are going to be moved in a suitable land that is going to be acquired from the municipality. But just shortly, if you look at other municipalities in Ward 5 in Edumbe, we also have reports of houses that have been destroyed through a very active community activist there. Ntombela has been reporting to the MEC directly. There are communities that are communicating directly with the MEC, but the figure that is worrying, more than 11 people have died in relation to, for instance, one person died as a result of, lightning, and you have other people that have died as a result of the collapse of human settlements of their houses.
What's the time frame of these people? Over how many days? The 11?
Do you mind to repeat your question?
The time frame. So 11 people died. Give us between which time and which time?
Well, we can just indicate that we started having heavy rainfall over the weekend. Monday, Tuesday, and today is Thursday. So over the past 3 days, we've had about 11 people, reported, reported to have died, as a result of the heavy rainfall. That is around human settlements. But if you look at
before you move out of human settlements, there's a question though. I hear you talking about responses and what the MEC is putting in place to deal with them. But there's a big issue that has been touched on over time, and that's around the early warning systems, because the South African Weather Service releases these particular warnings, but some of the communities are saying that they're not receiving this particular information timeously in order to be able to make these decisions. How are you changing that?
Well, that is a subject of an ongoing conversation. All of us, as the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the country as a whole, we need to really work together to create awareness, because the SA Weather Services, continue to, warn us, and we continue to interact with the communities through our municipalities, the mayors and the councillors, just to alert people, especially those that are living in low-lying areas. But in the main, it is important that we sustain the conversation. That is why it is important to contextualize the challenges that we are facing. If you look at the impact of the cut-off flow, in 1856, about 700 millimeters of water, were dumped by the cut-off flow. And you look at 1987, 900 millimeters of water were dumped by the cut-off flow. 506 people died. If you look at the cut-off flow impact in April 2019, 170 millimeters of rain were dumped by the cut-off flow. April 2022, about 40 residents were displaced as a result of a cut-off flow, the low pressure system that gets separated from the main airflow, resulting in the death of close to 489 people. Now, this is a pattern that all of us need to respond to. That is why the MEC, when he assumed responsibilities of both departments, he said to both HODs, you need to have a comprehensive response in terms of the early warning system. He has a direct contact with the SA Weather Services, where he gets reports, and such reports are conveyed to the HODs and all our highly efficient and dedicated staff in all municipalities, both Department of Transport as well as human settlements. Then,
so Ndabe, before you wrap that point, let's talk about this accident that left 17 people dead. At some point, you were struggling to locate the driver of the truck. Have you been able to do so?
Well, we've been able to locate the family. The MEC sponsor Duma, he's been receiving reports last night.
Whose family?
We located the family. The family is in Tembisa,
of the truck driver.
They were traveling from Umbu to Joburg, but originally they are from Ngutu here in KwaZulu-Natal.
The family, the truck driver, where is the truck driver? Because you were struggling to find the truck driver. At some point, it seemed like the company was not playing ball. So what's the latest there? Have you found him?
Oh, sorry. No, apologies. I thought we were referring to the mother of a 1-year-old. No. There is a dedicated team deployed by the Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi that is investigating. We have been able to locate the truck driver, and obviously the question that MEC sponsor Duma is asking is who really assisted the driver to move away from the crime scene, because clearly somebody assisted the truck driver. It was at 8:30 in the evening, a very remote area of Van Rieneyn Pass, raining. Somebody removed the driver from the area, and we are looking forward to hearing from him what really caused the accident, because he was driving in the fast lane. And we want to know as to whether he had all the relevant documentation. And the report that we got from the investigating team that has started the investigation, led by the HOD Sponiso Mpele, it points out that the driver is from Zimbabwe. Yesterday we had another accident involving a driver from Swaziland. Just before the 16th of December, we had one truck accident involving a driver from Zimbabwe, another one from Zambia. Now the issue is do these drivers have the required documentation? Because in terms of the laws in South Africa, all drivers that are carrying goods and those that are carrying passengers, they are required to have what you call the PRDP. Now, the question is, do these drivers have such documentation? That is the question that MC Sponsor Duma is asking.
All right, and hopefully we get answers then on this investigation and see if you are able to locate this driver, because 17 lives lost, that's a lot, for someone to just vanish. And as you say, who helped him to leave the scene? That is one of the big questions. Ndabezinhle, thank you so much for that update. Appreciate it. That's Ndabezinhle Sibiya, the KwaZulu-Natal's Transport and Human Settlements MEC spokesperson. We'll stay on the story definitely, because it's 17 lives lost and then the driver vanishes. Where is he? What's happening? And the police, as you heard there, are now trying to establish where this driver could be as well. And we understand now that the mother of the one-year-old girl who survived that particular accident was located in Tembisa. She is known now as the Miracle Baby, so we'll continue to monitor developments on this one.